Imagine Jamaica without reggae, jerk chicken, or bammies. Jamaica's roots didn't start with Rastafarians or Maroons, but with people who arrived 600 years before Christopher Columbus. Yes, long before colonial ships touched these shores, Jamaica's identity was shaped by an indigenous people with wisdom that endures today, the Taino Indians. When you think of Jamaica, maybe Bob Marley comes to mind, or maybe the iconic Blue Mountains. But today, we are looking deeper, uncovering stories that textbooks often ignore. Who were the Taino? Why did they call Jamaica home? And what incredible contributions did they make that still echo today? The Taino people from South America navigated through the Caribbean with nothing more than wooden canoes and the stars. Around 600 AD, they arrived in Jamaica, making it one of the first islands they would inhabit. They didn't just stumble upon Jamaica, they chose it. This wasn't just a journey across waters. It was a journey toward a life of cultivation, community, and a deep connection with nature that many today could only dream of. The Taino didn't settle just anywhere. Jamaica's location made it an ideal spot, an oasis with rich soil and rivers, perfect for the crops they would bring with them. They knew how to make the land work for them, growing cassava, corn, and beans in a way that still influences Jamaican agriculture. These weren't just farming techniques, but strategies for survival and sustainability. Their proximity to other Caribbean islands also made Jamaica a key settlement for the Taino. As they ventured across the Caribbean, they spread their culture, traditions, and agricultural practices, creating a unique island civilization that flourished for nearly 900 years. They weren't just early settlers. They were pioneers of a lifestyle deeply in tune with nature and community, a lifestyle that would lay the foundation for Jamaican culture. But what really are their contributions to shaping Jamaica's roots? Number 1. Cuisine and jerk origins. Jamaican jerk chicken, now a culinary icon, originates in Taino cooking techniques. They used wooden racks for slow cooking, allowing meats to absorb smoky flavors, a method that would evolve into the jerk we savor today. Cassava bread, another staple, came from them, providing a key food source during long journeys or lean times. Without Taino cooking, Jamaican cuisine as we know it would be missing that iconic smoky edge. Number 2. Craft and art. The Taino were skilled artisans who created pottery, carvings, and woven items adorned with intricate designs. Their art wasn't just decorative, it was spiritual, reflecting their deep connection to nature and the cosmos. Even today, Jamaican art carries traces of Taino influence, particularly in the themes of nature and ancestral reverence. Number 3. Language and identity. Did you know that Jamaica is derived from the Taino word Zemaka, meaning land of wood and water? The very name of the island is a tribute to the Taino presence. Words like hurricane, hammock, and barbecue also have Taino origins. They are embedded in the Jamaican lexicon and serve as a daily reminder of this ancient heritage. This linguistic impact goes beyond just names. It represents the Taino's imprint on Jamaica's cultural DNA. Each time Jamaicans refer to these terms, it's a nod to a people who lived harmoniously on the island. The endurance of these words, centuries after the Taino were nearly wiped out, speaks to the lasting power of their language and identity. The Taino weren't just farmers or craftsmen. They had a structured society with a chief, or cacique, at the helm. Their communities were self-governing, with roles that blurred gender lines in ways ahead of their time. Women participated in governance and agriculture, showing that respect and equality were integral to their way of life. This idea of shared responsibility, of community-first thinking is still woven into Jamaican culture. The Taino's approach to leadership wasn't about dominance, but guidance and mutual respect. The cacique was both a protector and provider, a role deeply rooted in the values of family and community well-being. This balance of power and respect set a foundation that would influence social structures on the island, contributing to Jamaica's sense of community resilience and cooperation. But the Taino legacy wasn't without tragedy. In 1494, Columbus arrived, and within 50 years, the Taino population nearly vanished due to exploitation, starvation, and European diseases. Imagine that. 900 years of peaceful existence wiped out in half a century. Yet despite this near extinction, the Taino left an imprint that refuses to fade. The arrival of the Spanish marked a dark chapter. The Taino were forced into labor, their communities dismantled, and their sacred spaces violated. Diseases brought by Europeans, to which they had no immunity, spread rapidly, decimating their population. It was a profound loss, but one that miraculously did not erase the Taino spirit. Before we continue exploring Taino's legacy, if you're finding value in learning Jamaica's hidden roots, please subscribe. By subscribing, you're joining a community that values heritage and knowledge. Hit the bell icon for more stories that go beyond the surface. The Taino legacy lives through modern Jamaica. Their respect for the land has become a core part of Jamaican culture. From sustainable farming to reforestation efforts, Jamaicans carry forward this deep reverence for the environment, channeling the Taino spirit every time they harvest cassava or prepare a bami. Just as the Taino honored the land and spirit, Jamaicans today continue to celebrate life through festivals, music, and art. There's an unspoken connection to those early beliefs, whether it's honoring ancestors or finding rhythm in the land's pulse. Even the Rastafarian lifestyle mirrors Taino principles, valuing nature, spirituality, and simplicity. In every Jamaican family structure, you will see Taino's influence in balancing gender roles and community-first mentality. The idea that every member contributes and that wisdom and strength are shared reflects a blueprint from Taino village life. Their ideals were not erased but absorbed, re-emerging in each Jamaican generation that embraces this spirit of equality and resilience. So next time you walk through a Jamaican market, savor a piece of cassava bread, or hear the words of a reggae song, remember that you are not just experiencing Jamaican culture. You are experiencing the living legacy of a people who, through resilience and wisdom, laid the foundations of what Jamaica would become. The Taino may have been almost wiped out, but their legacy isn't in ruins. It's in every Jamaican heartbeat, every corner of this land, echoing the story of a people who were here first, who loved this island first, and who, in a way, still live on.